access REST API which is secured with HTTP basic auth. Which is secured with HTTP basic auth. Now you need to develop client. Several clients we have developed, guys. Whenever we are developing our REST APIs, we develop several clients. Several client applications we developed. Do you know how to develop a client program? Yes or no? Can we develop a client to access our API? Now tell me, how many ways we can develop the clients? REST clients? 2 ways. What are those 2 ways? One is by using REST template, another one is by using web client. Okay, very good. Now, here guys, my API details. I'm giving you API details. API running currently in the local machine, guys. I am not deploying to Heroku also. 9090/welcome. Okay, request is get. Consumes not applicable. Produces text/plain. Auth, basic auth. Authentication is basic auth. Username, admin. Password, admin@123. So these are my API details. Are these details sufficient to develop a client program? Come on, guys. I'm giving you API details. By using these API details, can you develop a client to access the REST API? Are we developing the client for first time, or we have already developed clients several times? We have already developed clients for several times. But last time, we developed clients to access normal REST APIs, but today we want to develop a client to access the REST API which is secured with HTTP basic authentication. I want to access the REST API which is secured with basic authentication. Can you help me in developing this code? Guys? Come on. Yeah, let's go here. Let me create new Spring Starter project. Spring Security. What I can say? Spring Security client app. Click on next. Web dependency. I don't need any security dependency now. I am developing just a client. Okay. Dev tools I'm adding. That's it. Web dev tools. Click on next. Click on finish. Click on next and click on finish. Application is a REST API which is secured with the HTTP Spring Security, which is using HTTP basic authentication. Now I am developing one simple Spring Boot application to access secured REST API. Go to application.java. Here only I am writing my logic. REST template RT is equal to REST template RT is equal to new REST template. REST template RT is equal to new REST template. Okay. Next one. String URL is equal to http://localhost:9090/welcome. String URL is equal to http://localhost:9090/welcome. rt dot get for entity. I want to send one GET request to access the REST API. rt dot get for entity of URL comma string dot class, which is returning simple welcome message. rt dot get for entity URL comma string dot class. I got response entity object from get for entity method. Now response entity dot get status code, integer status code. Is it giving integer or what? HTTP status code. Or else let me do one thing. Get status code dot get status code value directly. Okay. Then response entity dot get body, which is going to be the response body. Let me print status code and body. System.out.println status code and system.out.println of body, response body. Guys, do you understand what I am doing here? Can anyone tell me what I am doing? Amina Begum, can you unmute your mic and can you tell me what I am doing in this main method? Amina Begum.
Yes, sir.
So could you please tell me what I am trying to do now?
Actually, we are trying to develop a client which is able to access the secure REST API. So
Very good.
for that, we are giving the URL and the body.
Very good, very good. So here already there is one application in my local which is running on the port number 9090. It is a normal application or it is a secured application? It is a secured application. Now I have developed another application which is acting as a client. That application I am going to run on the port number 7070, which I am giving as server.port is equal to 7070. Server.port is equal to what? 7070. Guys, see here. Yesterday I have developed one application. Which is a Spring Boot application which is running on the port number 9090. Yesterday I have developed one application which is running on the port number 9090. That application is a REST API. That REST API is secured by using Spring Security. What is the security mechanism I am using? Basic authentication I am using. Credentials are configured in the properties file. Now today I want to access that REST API from another Java application. Yesterday I have developed this application. I accessed it from the browser and I accessed it from the Postman. Very good. From the browser we are able to access. From the Postman also we are able to access. That is good. But tomorrow let's take a scenario. You are developing passport application. Passport application want to access Aadhaar application. Passport application want to access Aadhaar application. Can passport application directly access the Aadhaar? Aadhaar card project will have some security. Aadhaar card project will provide the access for the passport directly, or Aadhaar card project will have some security? Amina, you are the co-host. Tell me. Aadhaar will have some security, or Aadhaar project will not have the security?
Yes, sir. Aadhaar card will have that security application as secured.
Aadhaar project will have the security. So that means Aadhaar project is secured by the developers who developed that project. Now, you are the developer from Passport. So, how can you access the Aadhaar card project which is secured? By using authentication. They have given the username and password also. Hey Amina, you have to develop the client for the passport. You have to develop the client application as a passport. As part of your client, you need to access the Aadhaar card project. Aadhaar card project is a secured project. I will give the credentials for you, username and password. You develop the client and access the Aadhaar. So what we are trying to do now? We are trying to develop one client application to access secured REST API. Samjhe? Good. Now I want someone. Ananti? Can you speak out, Ananti? Hello? Ananti Palaniswamy.
Yeah, sure, sir.
Yeah, Ananti. Could you please tell me what I am trying to do today?
We are trying to create a client application. Through that, we are trying to access the secure application.
Okay. So, who developed the secured API? I only developed it yesterday.
Yeah.
Why I am accessing that application again by developing a client? Tomorrow, you may get such kind of requirement to develop a client application to access secured REST APIs. That's the reason yesterday I have developed one REST API with security. Today I am trying to develop a client to access that secured REST API. You got my point?
Yeah.
Very good. Now, Boyalpalli Praveen, can you unmute your mic?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Praveen, can you tell me what I am trying to do today?
Yesterday, Spring Sec, one class created. Sir.
One class created or one project created?
Project created.
Okay.
Today,
Okay.
client application secure. Today, client application secure testing.
Client application security istunda leka REST API security istunda?
REST API security.
ఇక్కడ ఏ అప్లికేషన్ సెక్యూరిటీ ఉంది, ఏ అప్లికేషన్ కి సెక్యూరిటీ ఉంది?
REST API.
REST API is having security. Now you need to develop a client to access this REST API.
Yes.
Got my point?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Fine. So here, yesterday we developed one REST API which is having a security. Today I'm developing a client I'm developing one more application which will interact with the REST API to access. But this REST API is secured. Let's try what will happen. Now, here guys, if you observe, yesterday's project is running on the port number 9090. That is a Spring Boot application. That Spring Boot application is having embedded Tomcat server. That REST API running on the port number 9090. Now, let me try to access it from the browser. Localhost :9090/welcome. Am I able to access REST API from the browser? Yes, I'm able to access. Am I able to access the REST API from the Postman? Yes, I'm able to access. Now, let me access this secured REST API from the client application, which is also a Spring Boot application, which is running on the embedded server with port number 7070. That means in my system, two applications are running. One application is running on the port number 9090. Another application running on the port number 7070. 7070 application acting as a client and 9090 acting as a resource. Client application trying to access the resource application. Resource application is secured with basic authentication. Very good. Now, let me check it. 54 project is running, which is a API 9090. 55 application is running on the port number 7070. Now, in this program, we have a start class. Start class is the entry point for boot application execution. In this start class, I have a main method. In that main method, I'm calling the run method, which is used to start the boot application execution. Then I'm creating object for the REST template. REST template is a predefined class in the Spring Web MVC to develop the HTTP clients. Now, I'm taking the string URL. This is the endpoint of my Spring Boot REST API, which is secured. I'm sending a GET request by using
Welcome to Geo.
Can I access
In progress.
from my client? Can I access or I cannot access? I cannot access now. Check it. Run it as a boot application. Run it as a boot application. Oh. Am I able to access or am I unable to access? What it is giving me? What it is giving me? 200 code is coming. But what is the response body? What is his response body? UI page. Login page is coming. Output is coming or login page is coming? Output is coming or login page is coming? Login page is coming. Now tell me what I need to do now. Tell me what I need to do now.
Recording in progress. Welcome to Geo.
Authorization passing to the as a header. Very good. How can I access the secure REST API now? By passing
మీ వద్ద
authorization header.
ఒకటి తొమ్మిది
Authorization header. Do you know how to pass the header?
Yeah, you have already last time you have written in right side pass and automatic pass as the header.
22 9 26
We have a change of code
చెల్లుబాటు
right.
అవుతుంది
Using right.
కొత్త ఆఫర్లు జీతాస్లు మరియు ఒకటి నొక్కండి
Username is what? Do you know username and password of the secured REST API?
User is there and password. Yeah, admin.
You know the username and you know the password also. Username is equal to admin and the string password is equal to admin @123. Okay, fine. But can you see in the Postman how I am setting the data? Am I passing username password directly or they are encoded?
Yeah, encoded.
They are encoded. How they are not encrypted? They are just encoded. Okay. Now, how to encode it? How to encode this username and password programmatically? Empty string. Okay, guys, leave it.
మళ్ళీ చాలా టెంపు కట్టి తగ్గించి
Welcome to Geo. Recording in progress. కాల్ చేయవలసిన లేదు.
What is the value? Can I copy the value from here? It is the value. This is encoded username and password. And basic space encoded username and password I am setting as my header. Authorization header I am setting. HTTP headers is equal to new HTTP headers. Headers dot add of authorization key, comma, basic space encoded username and password. you tell me what is the next step? HTTP entity. What is this?
Dot.
HTTP entity. HTTP entity is equal to new HTTP entity of headers. New HTTP entity of headers. Okay. Now, do I need to go for get for entity method or I need to go for exchange method?
Exchange.
Exchange of entity comma response type. URL and method and request entity and response. URL we know. Method is what? HTTP method dot get. Entity already we know, which contains the header. Response type is what? String dot class. String dot class. With this, we are getting response entity. Let me remove this line. Now, guys, do you understand what I am doing? What is the additional code I am writing here? I'm creating HTTP headers object. For this headers object, I'm adding key value. This value I copied from the postman, Dev Prasad. Here I have given the basic auth. Here I have given the username. Here I have given the password. When I click on update request, it is generated the header key and value. I copied this header key and value from the postman. I will show you through programmatically how can we encode it. But currently, just I am copying this from the postman. Okay? Now I will show you programmatically how can we encode it. How can we encode it through program? Currently, I copied this header key and value from the postman. Good. Now, can we run this application now? Already it is running because of the what? Because of that dev tools. So can you see this API is running 9090/welcome. Welcome to Spring Security. API running on the port number 9090. Now let's execute start class, which is a client program. Execute the start class, which is a client program. Now guys, check it. Earlier we got the login page, but now are you getting the login?
Welcome to Geo. Call Geo Sento. Geo की संबंधित देरी गुరించి My Geo repeat. మీ వద్ద 27.19 GB లో నుండి